I get countless comments all the time. What is Milwaukee Pipeline and how do I get invited to Milwaukee Pipeline? So in this video, I thought it'd be kind of cool to walk through like what it is like going there. So I have from taking off all the way to landing, checking into the hotel, and there will be points that I do voiceovers in the video. I'll do voiceovers this way, and then there's also points that Milwaukee employees talk. I didn't go in depth on any of the tools. What I'll do is I'll post shorts with all the new releases when they're announced. So this is just kind of a long form version of what is new, what is coming out, and what Milwaukee's all about. Stay tuned. So I arrived in Milwaukee early Wednesday morning, and the Uber took us to the hotel. The hotel was right across from where the Bucks played, and this welcome desk had all the shoe boxes waiting for us. All right, just checked into the hotel. Got a little book here, name tag, hat. Nice. New shirt. Another new shirt. Sweatshirt. It's actually really soft. What kind is this? And another new shirt. So after checking in the hotel, I had a couple hours to kill. I walked downtown to their Milwaukee headquarters. This one is not the world headquarters, but it's located in Milwaukee. As you can see, it's relatively brand new. I think they finished it last year or the year before. I was fortunate enough to be invited to Pipeline last year. Our welcome party on Wednesday night was actually in this building on the first floor. Unfortunately, we did not get to go inside this building this year. Here we are pulling up to their world headquarters. This building is awesome. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have any video inside this building besides the lobby. It was really cool. When we got in, they had this screen. If you look on the bottom, you can see my logo. This is a little welcome screen. And again, I'll get into media partners and how to get invited a little later on in the video. This is showing their progression from 1924 till today. It's really cool to see this, and no photography.
Planned, and we're really excited about it. Everyone that you interact with over the next day and a half that you're going to see in a red shirt is super pumped. This is kind of our Super Bowl of the year. So thank you guys for making the trip. Just quick sign of hands. I see some familiar people. I see some new people. How many have been to Pipeline before? All right, good. How many people have been in this building before? Okay, so almost everyone's brand new. Well, for those two people, thanks for coming back. for everybody else, welcome. The goal here is to take you guys on a kind of a quick abbreviated tour through our facility. This is the Global Research and Design Center for Milwaukee Tools. So everything starts here from a product and a project standpoint. We have now several facilities across the Milwaukee area. What's out of here is all the engineering for power tools. All the marketing for power tools, and then we have some other support functions in this building too. But what we're really going to do, I'm going to keep you for about 20 minutes and then hand you off to a couple of other people. You're going to get a chance to see some of the R&D, some of the prototype labs, some of the battery labs, how we build things, how we test things. Some housekeeping, please, no photography past the corner here. You guys are going to see some proprietary information, but everything tomorrow is game on. My goal over the next 20 minutes is to tell you a little bit more about the company, a little bit about who we are, why we are the way we are, and some of our culture. So please, guys, ask questions if you have it, and we'll adjust and move and walk as fast as we need to. But really quickly, this is our 100th anniversary. This company was founded, all right, thank you. This company was founded in 1924 by a local guy named A.H. Peterson. He had a design for a really good motor. He had a really good design for a motor, but didn't really know what to put the motor in and how to market it. And he really started the company by contracting through Henry Ford and the Ford Motor Company. And the first products was actually used on some of the assembly lines of the first assembly lines Ford Motor Company, which is pretty cool. It gave them a chance to really hone in on the design for this motor capability and have a product that was really spec'd for certain applications and designed for certain things. It quickly evolved into really supporting the support and supply chain and all of the construction and building needed for World War II. Think of naval ships, think of all the artillery and tanks and everything else that was being sent over. Our products started to be used heavily for that and really helped support our military. But after the war, everyone came back and started building homes. That's really where the construction part of Milwaukee Tool started. And you think about what they came back and had a need for. And we had to invent some products that didn't exist in the past. Things like the gooseneck drill, right angle drill. This is essentially the first hole hog. A sawzall, right? The need to really cut through and demolish anything in your path, regardless of the material it was made from. And the interesting thing about that is we also had to create a new accessory for it. It didn't take any type of blade or consumable that existed beforehand. So the company really started to change, but one of the things that is tried and true and really hasn't evolved from here is the equity and the expectation that people have around our brand at this time and now of being reliable, robust, heavy-duty, strong product. And we bring a lot of customers, we bring a lot of partners through this building to do something similar. And I usually get a lot of eyebrows lifted and a lot of people kind of gravitate around some of the old Sawzalls on display up here. And the comment's the same. My grandpa used to have one just like it, and I still have it. It still works. It's still a really good tool. Like that, nothing to lose at the time. And the leadership group sat down and made some heavy commitments to dedicate ourselves to the development and pushing the boundaries of lithium-ion. We're the first company to do it within power tools. We're the first company to have a system based off lithium-ion, and we have a lot of patents protecting what we can do with it and the progress that we're able to continue to evolve in the marketplace. And you guys are going to see what the future of that looks like tomorrow. And quite frankly, it's a massive step forward from just what we showed you guys last year, which was already a massive step forward from the year or two before that. So this is changing faster than ever before. And what you guys will see in about 20 minutes is where that starts in the development lab and how we really work to make sure that we have the best building blocks of a system on the planet. But that dedication to lithium-ion is one of the massive things that change our trajectory and dedication to integrating technology into our products in a much different way too. It's no longer just a tool with a switch once you integrate lithium-ion. You have to have electronic controls in the tool, you have to have electronic controls in the battery, you have to have firmware and software in both sides that are making sure you're getting every single bit of power that you can out of the tool, getting the best runtime that you can, but not putting the tool in a position where it's going to overheat or cause damage to itself or create any other issues. The other piece that was really pivotal for us to kind of turn the page and set us on the path that we're in right now is the company taking a step back and really trying to dedicate themselves on who we're going to serve. What is our customer? Who is the customer? What are their needs? And how do we organize ourselves as an organization to make sure that we're dedicating everything that we can to solve problems and add productivity and safety benefits to that customer?
And then on the other side, we build the product testing. So when we build the prototype, we got test them, co-located in the market, and benchmark testing. We tested that product. It should be fine. So benchmark testing is done here as well. So we do a lot of that in this building. The next piece I want to talk about is the manufacturing operations. This is a building about 3 miles from here, facilities, and then we have some in Europe and then some in Asia as well. So that's kind of the tee up before we kind of get into the building.
And that was all I was allowed to record. This is Wednesday night, our welcome party, and it's an early night because a big day ahead on Thursday. Now it's Thursday morning and we are arriving at Pipeline. So when we arrive, there's a whole slew of employees waiting for us. We go in for about an hour, they show us all the new products, then we get to play with them.
Milwaukee Tool has led the industry by developing advanced, trade-specific solutions that deliver increased productivity, safety, and unmatched durability. We remain unyielding in our dedication to our users, and our vision extends far beyond the next century. The bookends of our success are people and culture. These are the strong foundations on which our legacy has been built, and this legacy is defined by significant breakthroughs of disruptive innovation. From the products we create to our partnerships and the ways we work, together, we will forge ahead, approaching every challenge as an opportunity and every opportunity as a chance to innovate for the trades. As we celebrate our centennial, we know we are just getting started.
You will see today that Milwaukee will have a consistent and bold investment in breakthrough cordless technology, and that is just beginning. Because that commitment is not made just by us, it's the commitment that you've made to us. As you continue to invest in our cordless systems, we are going to continue to be bold with advancements in technology, and you will see that today.
But it's not just about tools. It's about new red lithium forged battery packs that bring a level of performance to the entire M18 system. And it's about unlocking even more productivity out of the M18 dual base supercharger that we introduced just last year.
20% smaller and 30% lighter. Perfect for those situations where you're drilling overhead back to back to back, where you need more power to go faster.
Ergonomics of a top handle chainsaw. There are so many examples where a high power, lightweight solution.
Now that the intro's done, we get to do the fun stuff. Here's a little history. In 2008 was Milwaukee's first media event. The media event basically eventually became known as Milwaukee Tool Symposium, and then eventually changed to NPS, which was New Product Symposium. In 2020, due to world events, they did not have an in-person event. At that point, that is when they changed the name to Pipeline. So ever since, for the last 4 years, it has been Pipeline. I got invited last year in 2023, and I was lucky enough to get invited again to 2024. Earlier in the video, you saw this board. As you can see, it has all of our logos, and it says, Welcome Media Partners. So the Pipeline event is essentially a media gathering to promote all the new products. It doesn't matter what social media platform you're on. If you have a website, a publication, a podcast, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case may be, they obviously want to flood the market and get all that information out there. There's a lot of factors on who they invite. And again, in my personal opinion, I think it's a real honor that I got invited twice in a row. So depending upon the products that they're trying to promote, whether it's electrical, mechanical, carpentry, general contracting, concrete, whatever the case may be, they're obviously going to focus on those media partners to focus the attention in that trade. Now, in my case, I'm kind of all over the place, so I'm fortunate enough to do OPE, which I'm showing right here, but I also build decks, which is the general contracting inside, so on and so forth. So a lot of people always ask me, how do you get invited? Milwaukee works with hundreds of media partners across the globe. In this case, at the Pipeline event, there's only a handful of us, probably 50, 75 people that get invited to come to Pipeline. The reasoning or qualifications to get invited, I have no idea. But the first step is to become a media partner. And for people that aren't on social media, they might be asking, what is a media partner? So essentially what a media partner does is Milwaukee sends tools, we call them samples, out to us to try out and give our feedback and give our 2 cents on the product. Obviously, in doing so, we create content and put it out there for the masses. Unfortunately, you're going to have to keep watching the video to learn how to become a media partner. Here I'm about to do a walkthrough and show all the new products. Colt and Nate. This is the new M12 pack out pipe inspector, inspection cam. Some more sewer to drain inspection cameras, M12. The new 1 1/4, 2-inch copper tube cutter. Nitrous blades. New saws with the new blades. This is cool. So this is only cleared to demonstrate, but it's a separator. So this is what the finished product looks like. So what you do is when you use the saw, all the sawdust and stuff gets collected in there rather than clogging the filter on your shop vac. Brand new M12 random orbital detail sander. And then another, what I think, grand finale. So that's the new duplex nailer. This is what we use for forming concrete. So you can see that it leaves a head out so you can hook a crowbar or a hammer to break down your forms. And this is brand new roofing vinyl siding nailer. So it's already on it, but that tip is magnetic, comes off. I'm all set, thank you.
Cool. How's it going today?
Good.
Anything you like?
Just everything. I want it all. And then that's what it looks like without it. And it just clips to the side there. And then a full line of new tape measures. Sorry about the focus. All new heated gear. Say hi to Josh. Now, the new pack out storage. Alrighty, moving outside. So these are new hedge trimmers, 24 and 30. How we doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. Just doing a quick overall of everything.
All of the accessories we were just looking at.
So these are the new chargers. But what's really cool is now with these, you can direct mount them, which the other ones you couldn't. Obviously that one is pack out compatible. And then the dual chainsaw again, that's new. The new trimmers and the new sprayers. So for OPE, which stands for Outdoor Power Equipment, they are really stepping up their game.
Write that down? Yeah.
Whole new line of blades. And then this is the water tank adapter for the tamper. The new MX Lite pump. All right, and Pipeline is over. Again, I will post shorts on each new product when it is released, and stay tuned for that. Here we are going into the closing dinner, and we were lucky enough to have the Tool Shed band, which, believe it or not, I believe, as far as I know, is all Milwaukee employees, and it is phenomenal. So it was a really great night. Everybody got together. They had a couple games, as you can see right there, set up. And then it was time to eat and listen and rock out to the band. And due to music rights, I don't want to take any chances on YouTube, so I will not be showing any of the band. Just take my word for it. They are amazing. Again, Tool Shed, Milwaukee Tool Shed band. They are great. And again, as far as I know, they are all Milwaukee employees. All right, that was Thursday night. Now it is a rainy, gloomy Friday morning. I'm heading back to the same facility because I got lucky enough to do a podcast on the heated gear. So as you'd see, there's nobody here. So I got a private, basically, room to myself. So we're going to walk through once again, just in case you missed anything earlier in the video. There is no audio at this point, so I'm just going to do the voiceover. But just take it all in. It is really, truly an amazing event. All right, for those who are wondering how I became a media partner. So as I said earlier in the video, 2020, I opened up a construction division of our company and went out and bought a trailer and filled it with all Milwaukee tools. I paid full price for all of them. So I stocked the trailer, and then to promote my new venture, I started doing time-lapse videos of our jobs. And then basically I pushed out my trailer thanks to Dan, Milwaukee Tool Addict. He helped push it out, and my account started to grow. As my account grew, I still had no relations with Milwaukee at all. And then finally at World of Concrete, I met some higher ups at the company, introduced myself, kind of showed them my setup, and they said they would review everything and get back to me. And sure enough, they did. So for all the people that DM me all the time saying, how do I work with Milwaukee? How do I get stuff? So on and so forth. Honestly, I don't have an answer for you. Basically, just work hard. Anytime you post anything, make sure you tag Milwaukee and use hashtag Milwaukee Tool and nothing but heavy duty. There's also this misconception that you need to have a massive following to work with brands. So in my particular case, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I have 180,000 followers on Instagram. But I know for a fact there's brands out there that work with influencers or work with content creators that have all kinds of followings. 5,000, 10,000 and up, it really doesn't make a difference, especially the way the algorithms are working nowadays. As long as you put out good quality, clean content, most brands are willing to work with you. Now, obviously, the deals are structured differently the larger you get. So don't get discouraged if you have a smaller following. Obviously, good things take time. It took me 2 years before Milwaukee even knew who I was. So all brands are different, obviously, but we all started with 0 followers, and it just takes hard work, put out great content, and you'll definitely see the results. Anybody that follows me on Instagram knows I'm obsessed with Milwaukee, so getting invited to Pipeline is honestly the greatest honor. This is the end of the voiceover. I'm going to do one final walk through the building. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. So this is the door we came in yesterday. That is the event space where all the new stuff is. Down that side of the buildings where we're not allowed. But I'll just give you a quick walkthrough. So yesterday, this is where the stage was set up. This room is obviously a studio that they do filming in. All their OPE, which is outdoor power equipment. Well, that is a wrap. Today is Friday. Pipeline was yesterday. So on Wednesday, we did the tour of the Brookfield office, which has 2 separate buildings. And then this is the 3rd building we went to. This is the large room that you saw the videos in. And then all down there, we're not allowed in. That's all engineering and R&D and stuff. So we were not permitted in there. But always a great time. This is my 2nd year here, and hopefully I get invited back next year. But over 100 new products. Really excited for all the stuff to come from Milwaukee. If you like this video or you like Milwaukee, be sure to subscribe.